What's up, Taurus? Welcome to your general read for the month of November. This is for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, but of course, it's not going to resonate with all of you guys. So, definitely check out your other placements. Now, this is going to be an interesting read, and I can tell you off top, like it's definitely not going to resonate with everybody. This feels pretty personal. This almost feels like a personal read. There's a lot going on for Taurus right now. Okay, so we're in Scorpio season, which is your opposite sign, right? So for you guys, this season has a lot to do with relationships. We are all up and through your seventh house right now, okay? Seventh house is connected to Libra, but it's all about the relationships. It's all about partnerships. Yes, in your intimate relationships, yes, with your friends, your family, your work, but also first and foremost with yourself, right? Now, we are also going to be having a full moon. Actually, let's start from the top. Dates to remember and consider for this month that are going to be kind of significant. We've got the new moon happening in Scorpio. That's going to be on the 4th, okay? A lot having to do with your relationships, possible new happenings in relationships. For those of you guys who are single, maybe this is the start of something fresh and new with a new person, but these are new awarenesses, new things, new goings-ons in your relationships, okay? Now, the very next day on the 5th, Venus will be going to Capricorn, which is really good in a general sense for everybody because it kind of brings a little bit more security, a little bit more stability to the situation. It's a really good time in terms of making money and putting yourself out there in terms of your career and your public image, right? That Venus Capricorn energy. Now for you guys, this is going to be tapping in your 9th house. So this has a lot to do with your belief systems around relationships, right? Even your belief systems around work and how you see yourself in that way, right? Lot to do with traveling, maybe a lot to do with higher learning, maybe you guys learning a different trade or something. There's a lot about education in terms of like a higher learning aspect, travel, or just like your philosophies around your life purpose, how you see yourself in work, and how you see yourself in relationships, okay? Also, we've got the full moon. Now, full moon is happening in your sign. It's going to be a lunar eclipse. So this is going to be major. The effects of this are going to be felt for the next almost 2 years, right? And this is your full moon. So this is all about you. This is going back to the self. This is going back to what it is that you want, how it is that you see your life, and yes, how that jives with the different relationships and how that's going to impact that as well, okay? And then we will be going into Sagittarius season, which will, I think, feel a lot lighter than Scorpio season will for you guys, okay? Now, Scorpio season in general is a heavier, more deep energy, right? It's about the 8th house energy. It's connected to the death and the rebirth. It's the transformations. It's the joint finances and relationships. It's sex. It's the underworld. It's the secrets. It's the boundaries. If you are someone who does not like going deep in conversations, Scorpio season is probably not for you. If you're someone who, secrets, there's a lot of secrets around. Scorpio season where things can really get exposed. If you're someone who lacks boundaries, Scorpio season can be a hard time for you. Now, looking at all your cards, Taurus, you guys this month seem like you're very much in your emotions, which is to be expected. Most of us will be a little bit more in our emotions considering we are in a water sign and it's Scorpio. But you are very much also in your head. There's a lot of sword and cup energy here. And we see how this might, it might cause a little bit of friction at certain points in the month in terms of what to do, because it's literally you having this battle back and forth with your head and your heart type thing, right? Now, we got way more cards than we needed. A few more popped out than normal, but I think this is great because it feels like it all fits in and kind of tells the bigger story. Now, at the bottom of the deck, you got the Wheel of Fortune, which is great. This is Jupiter energy. This is about expansion. This is about good luck going forward. This is about things moving forward. It's the karmic wheel moving forward. And usually when we get this, we can see, even if we've been working on things maybe on the low, this is where we can start to see tangible evidence of things coming to fruition. This is when we could kind of start to see our blessings coming, right? It's a completion of a cycle. So it does indicate that there's new things coming and new opportunities coming, which is really, really great. But I think this is great, especially coming out of October, where all of these planets that have been retrograde since, what I want to say, starting May, have gone direct. So it's a great time if you've been feeling stuck in any aspects where things are going to start opening up for you. Now, Taurus, you guys start off with Ace of Water, which is Ace of Cups, which is beautiful. This is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. And then what flew out together to kind of cross it was the Five of Earth, or the Five of Pentacles, which is that Mercury and Taurus energy, with the Two of Water, or Two of Cups, which is that Venus and Cancer energy. And then this flipped over, like just flipped in the stack, but flipped, right? And that's a Five of Air, or Five of Swords. Now, it was interesting seeing this all together, right? Now, Ace of Water, or Ace of Cups, is a new opportunity in love, which is really great for you single Tauruses, right? This could be a great time for you guys to meet people, a great time for you guys to connect with people in different ways. It doesn't always have to just do with love, but this is about being fulfilled and like being fulfilled, like having all the things that you want, like your cup is overflowing, right? It's like it's being fulfilled to the point where you feel like you have enough to give to others. But there is a slight issue here, because again, what's crossing that is that Five of Earth and Two of Water. Now, when we talk about Five of Earth, we do talk about more of a struggle energy. This is more of a energy of poverty, or an energy of feeling left out, or an energy of feeling without, right? The resources, or the things, or the love that you need. This could also be feeling guilty about something maybe that's happened in the past. And then we've got the Two of Cups, which is a beautiful connection. It's a great partnership. It's about, you know, that balance and that coming together where things are fair and equal and beautiful and just. I literally, when I flipped these cards, when these cards flipped over, rather, I got the impression that for some of you guys, it's almost like there's something that you want that you feel you can't have. And it almost feels like it's because the bigger picture of it, it's like the impact is so great. I almost feel like this is like, so I'm going to use love just because we've got a lot of cup energy here with this Ace of Cups and this Two of Cups, which I love, by the way, how this progresses, right? The ace moving in the two, that's things coming together. But with this Five of Earth, it almost is like, is there a situation though that keeps you, or makes you feel stuck, or makes you feel as if you can't have it? Is this a situation where maybe you're dealing with someone who you feel like you're less than, you don't have as much as, or you aren't good enough for? Could this be a situation where maybe this connection could completely, if you go for it, tear up your household in some type of a way, right? Because a Five of Pentacles card is a card of poverty, is a card of like feeling left out in the cold. It almost feels like, I don't know, the best way I could say it is that it feels like there's something that you want, Taurus, but there's almost like this fear that if you go for it, it's going to rock your world, not in the way that we love, right? And then you got the Five of Air here too. So this is like empty fights and arguments. This is, you know, kind of even those toxic thoughts that we have in our head. We have to remember there's two fives here. So there is like this change that's happening, and it feels like it's kind of causing a little bit of chaos and confusion. Now, fives and tarots are connected to change. They are connected to chaos. And you guys being a fixed earth sign, you guys don't do change that great. Not to say that you can't, but just stereotypically, not really your thing, right? It's like a double whammy. Earth and fixed, forget about it. So there is almost that it just feels like there's something that you guys are really wanting, or you're finding a lot of resonance and connection to, but I almost feel like you're not letting yourself have it. This could also come down to some type of like self-confidence issue. And I say that too because the orange smoke in this card really stuck out to me. And that orange is connected to the sacral chakra, right? Has a lot to do with creation, has a lot to do with our creativity. Maybe some of you guys are feeling a little bit stuck in terms of that, but yeah, I just really get this sense that there's something that's right there, Taurus, that you're wanting. And it could be a relationship, it could be a job opportunity, it could be to move, it could be anything, right? This is general, but it's almost like there's something that you're wanting that's right there. It feels good, it looks good, but almost like you're convincing yourself that it's too good to be true, or you're feeling like, you know, if you go for it, somehow it's going to shake up your world in a way that just, it doesn't work out. There's a lot of fear around this too. There's a lot of fear and a lot of thoughts around this because, so you've got the Seven of Air here. Seven of Air is Moon in Aquarius energy. It's an energy of strategy. It's an energy of, you know, people usually say it's like a cheater or someone who is being sly or sneaky or trying to steal, or just it's that kind of slick energy that you don't know that you can trust. Someone trying to get away with something without being seen. But it does have a lot to do with strategy too. I don't know. Are you guys like secretly dating someone that is off limits? For some of you guys, that's like the story I'm getting. For some of you guys, this literally feels like someone who's secretly dating somebody that's off limits. Now you got the Page of Pentacles and the Libra energy here with the Justice card. It's funny because whatever it is, I do feel like there's definitely an effort in trying to figure out a way to make this yours. You know, we've got the Page of Pentacles that is about planting seed. That is a message coming in, which is really great. Some of you guys might be connecting with the Libra energy because you do have this air here too. Even though this is Libra Aquarius, it could be Libra Aquarius, could be a Gemini, but those are the ones that are really coming out here. You know, justice, we do talk about contracts, we do talk about commitments, we do talk about, in some cases, marriage, but this is very much about like finding self, finding truth, right? Again, making decisions. And you've got some other decision-making stuff here too, because in the past position, you've got Two of Air, which is that Two of Swords. This basically indicates that there's some type of fork in a road. Now, whether you guys have come up against this already or this is something that you'll be having to deal with, this is definitely something that's out here. But I just feel like a lot of you guys, you're just very much in your head and in your feelings. It's really interesting is there's no fire energy here. So there is no, I don't sense that there's going to be any action taken. I feel like this month is going to be more about sitting with the feelings that you already have and working through them and being okay with them. Now, Two of Swords. What clarifies that is the Capricorn card with the Devil. Maybe some of you guys are connected to a Capricorn person. Maybe this is some decision that has to do with you guys in terms of your household or coming together. Absolutely, that could be. But Devil also talks about what has power over you, right? It's very much connected to bondage as well. It's very much connected to that 10th house energy. It's very much connected to the vices and the things that are bad. Maybe some of you guys at this time are trying to drop certain things, which if there are certain things that you've been trying to quit or trying to let go of around the full moon, your full moon on the 19th, great time. Now, Three of Water or Three of Cups, which is a celebration. You got Three of Cups, and then what's clarifying that is Four of Wands. Some of you guys, this feels like a relationship. I'm not even gonna lie. It feels like this is something that has, for whatever reason, been off limits, or you perceive it as something that's off limits, because there's some type of fear here that it could really shake the table in a major way. Nine of Air or Nine of Swords. That's Mars and Gemini energy. It'll be interesting to see how things unfold, especially after the 30th of, what's this month? Of October, when Mars moves into Scorpio, because where we've been feeling stuck with Mars being in Libra, things are going to start to move forward. You know, Mars is much more comfortable in Scorpio. So that might help too in terms of clarity for you guys knowing what you want to do and how you want to push forward in this situation. Now, what's clarifying that is the Star, which is hope and healing, right? This is also wishes come true. If there's anything that you guys feel like you cannot have or feel like you are not good enough to have, You can. We got the Star card. This is wish fulfillment card. This is things coming true. This is hope and healing. This is the exposure and the things, coming to light. It's really good energy. Now, you got the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles here too, right? So this month might bring a lot of multitasking to the table too, especially in terms of work. Maybe you'll find that this month you're a little bit busier with work. And maybe for some of you guys, you'll find that that's okay. Because I almost feel like where there's this confusion and there's this chaos maybe in your personal life, it's easier to just, oh, whatever, I'll just go ahead and work. That's that Jupiter and Capricorn energy, right? Things expanding in work. And again, with Venus moving into Capricorn, work in general is going to be good for a lot of people, right? There's a lot of good that can come from that. And you've also got the Three of Earth or Three of Pentacles, which is that Mars and Capricorn energy. And again, it's going to be really good in terms of working with other people, collaborations. Yeah. There's something you guys are trying to figure out. I do feel like there might be it's this Seven of Air that's got me with this Page of Pentacles and this Justice card. I do feel like you guys are strategizing to get what it is that you want. I just feel like things are going to start to become more clear to you as this month kind of goes along. There's definitely a fork in the road with some decision that needs to be made. It can have to do, like I said, with the Capricorn or cutting off certain things that just aren't good for you anymore. That is something that's going to be a popular theme for Scorpio season. Scorpio season has a lot to do with boundaries, right? And where we place our boundaries with people, with things, with everything. And so there may be some things that are getting cut off this month in order to open up. And maybe even you guys opening up in terms of like expanding boundaries in certain ways. If you've been kind of closed off and a little bit distant from certain people and maybe not meaning to, stuck in your own head, stuck in your own ways. I do feel like there's a chance of clarity coming up here. You got that Four of Wands. Again, that's clarifying the Three of Water. So Four of Wands is about, it's kind of like when we take a pause to celebrate something. Of course, it has a lot to do with marriage. Traditionally has a lot to do with celebrating things, but it's good. And with this Four of Wands and this Justice, especially if this is a relationship, don't think that this isn't something that you can't have. Maybe even some of you guys feel like this person doesn't even know you exist or even know that you're interested. I think it's just important that you guys try to do your best not to get in your own way in terms of like just being in your head and thinking like the worst possible thoughts. Whatever it is, this is that wow. Whatever this is, Taurus, that you are wanting this month, it feels like you can go for it and there is possibility that it can be yours. But you got to get out of your head. Again, that sacral, there's all this orange and yellow in this cloud. So sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, everything having to do with your creativity, your self-esteem, your power, all of that is being lit up. And I do think that that's affecting why we've got this Five of Swords. It's like these troubling thoughts because maybe we're not feeling the best about ourselves right now. But I feel like that's going to be all coming together and healing too. Don't be hard on yourself. Again, this month feels very emotional and kind of heady, which can be difficult. I do feel like it's going to be temporary. This isn't going to be something that's going to be forever thing, right? You've got my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. So any kind of chaos and confusion you may feel like you're experiencing, look deep within. Maybe, again, there's something with this Five of Swords here of these internal thoughts and these things like these battles that you may be having going on in your head. And you just know that when you see something that's not really kind of going as planned, this is just a reflection of how you're feeling and how you're doing internally, right? So, try to work on fixing any problems from the inside out. You've also got focus on your priorities, which says where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small time even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. I think that will help too in terms of this Nine of Swords, because Nine of Swords is a pretty miserable energy to be in. It's just, you know, having these same bad thoughts or like these worries that don't really allow us to feel free or push forward. I think that you guys getting the star that's clarifying it, that's a really good sign for things opening up for you. But it is important that you are focusing on the things that need to be focused on right now, rather than just the things that you want, right? Do the priorities first. And then also you've got let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So, you know, running on faith, honey, and just trying to get out of your own way, trying to get out of your own head, and understanding that, you know, everything is happening for a reason, and nothing's happening to you. Everything's happening for you. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it gave you some perspective, Taurus. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.